are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks.
Say go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Say go New Year, new team, it's the same dream. New Knicks City unis, boy, they stay clean. I just caught mine off of Fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air, we back at it.
All right, what is going on, my people? You see it, we back, baby! I'm your man, Ron. That's my brother. That's my brother. Okay, it's just me tonight. But anyway, you know, we had a lot going on, people. A lot of snow, a lot of shoveling, a lot of tired people, man. Some people just had a lot going on. And fortunately for me, I did not have to shovel or anything, so I'm good. But yeah, man, just want to say what's up to everybody. Once again, we are blessed and highly favored to wake up another day, open our eyes, and be a part of the earth. Hope you guys are all doing well. Blessings to your loved ones, family members, and friends. And don't forget to get yourself checked, and don't forget to check on your peoples, because you never know what somebody's going through unless you ask. So man, we are back. The Knicks are back to the winning ways, and it's all beautiful, man. Can't be mad at it at all. It's all beautiful. We like what's happening here. We enjoy it. It's this is what we want, man. This is where we need to go. We need to get back to the winning ways and get back to talking about good stuff with our New York Knicks, not that negative stuff. So I like where we're going. So I'm very happy about that. As you guys know, we've had a very interesting week after the All-Star ceremonies and all that stuff that took place. We get right back to it. We had 3 games on the docket. And so let me make sure I have this up for y'all. Hold on one second. Yes. It started off with a team named Detroit. Yeah. Oh man, look at that. Oh, don't even want to talk about this game, but you know what I mean. We got to keep it real. We got to do what needs to be done, y'all. We can't run from it. We got to talk about it. It is what it is, y'all. All right. So it started off with a team named Detroit. Let me share this for y'all so y'all can see what I see. Okay. And yes, it's right there. Of course, if you were under a rock and missed it, New York Knicks, yeah, we lost to the Detroit Pistons 126-111. They had no Jalen Duren, no Isaiah Stewart. Cade Cunningham poured in 42, as you guys can see the headline right there. And yeah, it is what it is, y'all. Let me see here. They had 11 from Tobias, 11 and 10. Thompson had 10, 5, 4, 3. Paul Reed had 18, 7, and 2, and 3 blocks. And Cade Cunningham, 42, 8 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal. And then we had the New York Knicks. This was OG Anunoby's first game back. He looked very rusty, shot 1 for 8 from 3, 3 for 13 from the field, finished with 8 points, 4 blocks. The blocks was nice, but nothing else. No assists, no steals, no rebounds. Not a typical OG Anunoby night. And, you know, from watching him, he was favoring that toenail that's been removed. So, you know, he looked like he didn't want to really jump. He was kind of jumping gingerly. He wasn't really putting pressure on it. So it is what it is, y'all. Josh Hart finished with 11, 4, and 3. Karl Anthony Towns had 21, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Mikal Bridges finished with 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. Jalen Brunson had 33 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 6 turnovers. And then we had Landry Shamet that had 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Let me just go to Sohan, who played about 10 minutes, had 2 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. So for his first game with the team, playing limited minutes, or just kind of getting his feet wet, he played pretty good. And then Alvarado had 6 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Yeah, so that was the game. It wasn't pretty. And then unfortunately, we just have to chalk it up. We got to deal with it. That's what the New York Knicks didn't want, but it's what happened. And you just got to say, hey, you know what I mean? It is what it is. On to the next one. We can't dwell on it. You know what I mean? That's the difference between a championship team and a regular team. Like, all these games matter, but to a championship team, this is just one game. Next, we got to get next game. And that's just how you got to think about it. Smart way. And I'm glad. I feel like this Knicks team has learned a lot. They battle tested. They've been through the playoffs a couple good years, and they understand what it takes. So just got to keep going. Get back to the promised land, folks. What else we had? We had so that was the Detroit game. That's out of there. Now we got to get to the next game on the docket, which was, I'll take y'all with me. You know what I mean? I could be all movie magic, but no, I'll take y'all with me. So that was the Thursday. This is the Saturday game. And that was against the Houston Rockets. And the Knicks wound up winning this game 106. They were down, I believe, what was the largest? Does it show me here? No, it doesn't show on this page. Hold on, wait a minute. Does it show? Largest lead was 18. The Knicks were down 18 points. And this is important because they were down 18 points late in the game. And they wound up overcoming the deficit. They had an incredible fourth quarter. Let's see what that fourth quarter number was. Let me go back to this. The Knicks outscored Houston 33-15 in the fourth quarter. And that's how they won the game, y'all. Let me just go back to all the full stats. But yeah, I mean, the fourth quarter told the story, man. So it looks close. It was a close game, 108-106, but the Knicks were fighting all game to get back into it. And like I said, they were down 18, and they fought hard in that fourth quarter to pull out the victory. Houston, Kevin Durant had 30 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Jabari Smith had 21 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block. Alperen Sengun had 16, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 blocks. Tara Eason had 11 points, 12 rebounds, 4. I mean, these are good numbers. These guys played well. And then you had Amen Thompson had 12 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. And they also had Reed Shepherd chipped in with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. On any other night, Houston wins because this is a good night for this team. They put up some good numbers. They played well. But no, fortunately, the Knicks just came out and played a little bit better down the stretch, and especially that fourth quarter. They were hot. They played good defense, and they made it tough for Houston. In the end, OG Anunoby had a much better game, had 20 points, finished 8 of 16 from the field, had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 4 steals. Josh Hart didn't have a great game offensively, but he had 2 points. He had 6 rebounds and 6 assists and 1 steal, so he did something to help the team, but he struggled offensively. Karl Anthony Towns had 25 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Then we have Mikal Bridges, who still is underwhelming. He's did low numbers, like 8 points the last game, 11 points this one, but you take it because at least he had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. You like to see him do a little bit more in the other categories. So in this game, at least he did that. Jalen Brunson finished with 20 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Not a Not a game that we're kind of used to from Brunson. It's still a decent game with 20 points and 6 assists and 3 rebounds, but you expect his numbers to be a little higher. But I think lately, ever since he had that conversation with Shaq or Charles Barkley, I don't know, one of them. No, it was a Shaq. And no, it was Kendrick Perkins. I'm tripping. Shaq and Charles Barkley were talking about Cat. Kendrick Perkins was actually talking to Brunson and telling him that if you want to win on a big level, you got to sacrifice. Ever since that conversation, he has been not really as aggressive looking for his own shot as he used to be. So that's interesting, something to keep in mind. Then you had Landry Shamet have 14 points, 2 assists. And, that's pretty much kind of what it was. Sohan played 4 minutes, didn't really play a lot at all, and didn't really add anything. Alvarado had, played 20 minutes. He had 8 points, 4 assists, and 5 steals. Like klepto, yo. Between his 5 steals and OG's 4, that's 9 right there. Then Josh with 1 and Cat, 11 steals. That's a good game. That's a good game. So, yeah, and that's what it turned out to be, guys. A close one, but a really good effort by the New York Knicks to win the game in the fourth quarter and take control, get it done. All right, let me take y'all with me again for this next one. And this is the last game on the docket for the week so far, which was that was Sunday, the back-to-back versus the Chicago Bulls. Here we go. And this game was a little harder than we expected, folks. Knicks wound up winning the game 105-99, but Chicago came to play. They got a team that you wouldn't expect to be a big problem for the Knicks, but they did play hard throughout the whole game and made the Knicks work for the victory. So it is what it is. Towards the end, it started to get a little easier for the Knicks, but they still wind up letting the Bulls kind of get right back into it and make it close again. But it was 105-99. They got the victory. In this game, OG Anunoby finished with 9 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Not a great offensive night, but 9 rebounds is nice to see from OG because he doesn't really rebound the ball that well. And getting back to his 2 steals and a block, that's what we like to see from OG. Josh Hart finished a little better, 11 points this time around, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. So that's good to see. Played a lot of minutes though, 32 minutes. The starters all kind of did. Brunson finished with 28. No, I'm sorry. Karl Anthony Towns finished with 28, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. And what was interesting about this game is that the Knicks featured Cat. They got the ball to Cat in paint situations, 18 feet away from the basket or lower, and allowed him to cook. That is something that we all have been asking for the Knicks to do. That's something that we've been wondering why Mike Brown hasn't done. That's something we had wanted Mike Brown to do against Detroit because we had a height advantage and Cat should have been able to go to work on those guys, but he didn't do it. But like I said, when everything comes to the criticism, you got to take the good from the bad. And the good thing is he did it now. So that means he can do it, and maybe he will do it going forward when it's necessary. So let's keep that in mind, guys, and see how Mike Brown moves in the future. Once again, Mikal Bridges, another game with 11 points, 4 of 10 from the field. I don't really know what goes on with Mikal. I don't know if some of this bad mechanics that he got early last year when he messed up his shot, does that stuff start to creep back in his game? I don't know what it is, but it's something about his I think it's something about his mechanics when it comes to shooting. That's why he can't stay consistent. His shot is a little funky, maybe a little broken, and that's why he can't keep it together sometimes. So he finished with 11 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Jalen Brunson finished with 19 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. Once again, Jalen Brunson with the sneaky rebounds, and 1 block. Wouldn't expect the block from him, but he got a block. Landry Shamet finished with 16 and 2 rebounds. And then Huck Porty played 15 minutes, had 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. Very nice from Huck Porty. Sohan played 11 minutes, had 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And then Alvarado played 25 minutes, had 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. No steals in this one. He couldn't do his little sneaky stuff against the Bulls for whatever reason. So I saw him try to do it though, but it didn't work out. And for the Bulls, really nothing too crazy. Okoro had 12. Jalen Smith had 12. Yabusele had 11 and 13. I expected him to try to play hard against his old team. Buzelis, Mates Buzelis, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Had 15 and 4. And then Patrick Williams had 10 and 8. 10 and 8. This is a weird number. I would think the 8 would be rebounds, but he had 8 assists. That's interesting. And Nick Richards had 9 points and 13 rebounds. So, yeah, that rounds out the games, guys, for the week so far. But, so far it's a very good showing for our New York Knicks. They went 2-1 since coming back from the All-Star break. And, now, you got that bad taste out of here. And we get back to some winning ways. So, let me shout out the people in the chat. Shout out to Crim's dad in the building with the eyes. The eyes have it. Salute to my guy. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army. Salute, my brother. Ron Man, the chosen one. He's fine. I'll watch. What up, Jay? Salute. Oh, man. Hey, man, you know what? If I would have known early, I could have asked you because I found out late. But hey, so appreciate you, my guy. Jay Davis in the building. What up, fams? Let's go, Knicks. Salute to you. The 713 Gamers in the building. Salute, my guy. Appreciate you. He's late talking about YouTube Premium with us while he should be here spitting fire. Thank you. Thank you, 713 Gamer. He's not lying, though. It's true. For shame. Shout out to L, damn it, in the building. What up, L? Good to see you. Craig is in the building. What up, Craig? Good to see you, my guy. Mike Miller's in the building. Yes, sir. New York City, a lot of motion. You ain't lying, brother. It's a lot going on, man. I'm just done with the snow. Let's get out of here, bro. Q Burrow, brother, in the building. Q Burrow, mad thorough. What's good? He said, salute to you, my brother. Salute to you. Dwayne Dennis is in the building. What's up, everybody? What up, Dwayne? Good to see you. Yes, I did say Degula. Yeah. Dat Franco in the building. What up, Dat Franco? Appreciate you. He says, I missed Saturday's show due to volleyball, but locked in. Hey, man, I like the fact that you're a volleyball dad, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. Supporting your daughter, man. That's the greatest gift is to be able to have a child and be able to watch them grow and support them in all their endeavors, man. Keep doing your thing, my brother. Appreciate you. And I'm sure she does too. All right. Let's see. Oh boy. Talk off too hard. They're talking about gaming. Yeah, Flaming Gaming is out there in them streets. Shout out to Randu in the building. Salute, my brother. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army. What's good? The Wizard of Oz is in the building. Okay, Cat isn't Wimby. I mean, there's truth to that. But Cat is still a multiple-time All-Star. I don't think, is it 5-time All-Star? Or, I don't know, 4-time All-Star? Either way, my guys are real. You just got to get right. Oh, man, the Pistons lost. We'll take it. Jersey Shore is in the building. What's up, Ron? Appreciate you, my guy. And speaking of Jersey Shore, I saw some news the other day, man. Shout out to Jersey Shore. Listen, y'all can front like y'all want to, but y'all know back in the day when there was nothing really hot popping, VH1, MTV, we was watching Jersey Shore. So shout out to the clan, all their peoples over there, and shout out to Snooki, man. Hopefully she gets right and gets well soon. I know she got diagnosed with a form of cancer. And apparently it's stage 1. They caught it quickly. So blessings to her and her family. Hopefully they can take care of that and get her right back to where she needs to be, man. There's nothing more scary and dangerous than finding out you got to deal with something. But if there's ever a blessing, it's that they did catch it early, and hopefully, they can eradicate that and get her back to being healthy. So shout out to Snooki and all the Jersey Shore family and crew. Oh, man, look at this. Shout out to the 713 gamer. He just gifted 5 Still Nick Fans memberships. So if you're fortunate enough to get one of them Still Nick Fans memberships, shout out to y'all. I can't really see it here. So let me go to the account page here and pull it up on the tube because that'll show me, I would assume. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So I can shout my newest members out. Okay. All right. So shout out to Barney Miller, 5488. You've received a gift membership. PG Landville, you got one too. Let's go. Nixie is in the building. You got a gift membership. Carlos Tejada is one of the newest members of the SKF Army. And last but not least, my guy Just Knicks gets a gift membership from the 713 Gamer. Shout out to you. Once again, appreciate the 713 Gamer, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. And I hope you all appreciate those gift memberships. Allow you to be a part of the SKF Army, man. We hope you like it here and we hope you stay. And I know, listen, I ain't going to front act like I've been giving you all a bunch of exclusive membership content, but I am going to start doing it now. And I'm going to start doing it a little bit more because in the past, I thought I just had to do the dedicated thing, but I realized that I can do a show and just allow the members to be the ones that can talk in the chat. So that's a little bit of content too. That gives you guys a platform to get yours off and really control the show. It'll just be people who are members that can comment, no one else. So shout out to y'all. I will get on that very shortly. So look for that. Oh man, Rasul Thomas is in the building. Salute, Rasul. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Chris Gotti's in the building. Salute. What up, Chris? Good to see you guys, man. Thank you guys for being here and rocking with me. All right. So it's about that time. You see it. Why not be a part of it, man? Let me get the phone lines up and running. It's time to call. Hey, Maxine, the super producer is in the building. Let's go. What up, Maxine? Good to see you. You know what I mean? That Maxine be controlling the airwaves over there at the Objective Knicks Fan Show with my guy Karan, Mr. 24 Hours. That's what I'm gonna have to call him. That might be his new nickname, Mr. 24 Hours. Salute. Appreciate you. All right, let me get the phone line up and running for y'all so y'all can call in and we can get it cracking. If you have anything you want to talk about with regards to our New York Knicks, by all means, the time is now. Let me make sure my thing is working right over here. There we go. All right. You know, I wish I could have something that would just allow me to click a button. When you have an account that you use for personal and for business, I always got to continue to go back and forth. I would love to just be able to hit a button and just switch. Maybe I should put that on my my Zoom list. Yeah, that's things to come, you know. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. And you know what? I might as well do the thing. You know, I know people expect me to do it, so I might as well do the intro to the phone lines. Why not? Why not? I'll do that real quick. Let me make sure y'all don't forget how we do over here. You know what I mean? Let's get it right. It's time to call in. So you know what that means. Yes, we are back. Time to call in, y'all. The phone lines are hot. Once again, that number is 347-305-7280, 347-305-7280. In the meantime, I want y'all to know that there has been a lot of scrutiny and a lot of talk about Mike Brown and our New York Knicks and how he is supposed to be the guy to make a difference, to make change, to be someone that's going to try something new, to make adjustments. And we kind of been getting on him lately for not doing it. But what do we see recently, guys? Uh-oh, we got a phone call. See? And I hear it and y'all don't hear it. Every time I switch from account to account, I got to change the settings. 1 second, y'all. Randu, I don't know if you can hear me. Hold on 1 second. Let me just change the settings real quick. Yeah, I hear you. But you're coming through the laptop, not the phone area is where you should be coming through. I don't know why it keeps switching this up, y'all. It's annoying. Hold on. Change these settings real quick. All right, Randu, we here.
Hey, what's going on, Ron?
There you go, brother. All right, man. What's happening? How you feeling?
I'm okay.
What's on your mind, bro? How can we bring a smile to your face today, Randu? What's gonna make you feel good in your Knick fan bag today, brother?
I don't know, but just a few things I wanted to go over.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay, one thing is about we're gonna go back to that loss in Detroit.
Okay. All right.
I don't feel that Detroit is that much more of a skilled team than the Knicks. But the one thing about Detroit is they hustle.
That they do. They do hustle.
And the tenacity they play with on defense.
Okay. I feel you. All right.
Yeah, like I was just saying, I don't feel that Detroit is really that much more of a skilled team, but it's like when we play against them, it's like it's an all hands on deck from K to the bottom of the bench.
So let me ask you this. Here's a quick question. Are you more concerned with what took place versus Detroit, or how do I say this? Is what matters more what took place versus Detroit or what took place versus Houston? Because keep in mind, Houston is a good team. Houston is a good basketball team.
Yeah. At one point, it looked like we wasn't going to win that game.
I mean, Houston is
fourth. Like we was going to get our ass kicked at home.
I hear you. Houston is fourth in the West, y'all, with a 34-21 record. Just throwing that out there. It's not like we beat a bum squad. Houston is a good team. So
yeah.
I'm just don't get me wrong. The Detroit Pistons are 42-14. I realize that they are playing really well. And I know it means more to go up against Detroit, especially after everything that's happened. But what I want us to do is to understand that sometimes when it comes to this Knick team, there's going to be moments that we have to scratch our head. Like, why is this happening? It don't make no sense. And what's happening between us versus Detroit is one of those. It don't make no sense. I don't know why we lost that game the way we did. The first game, we weren't ready. The second game, we had guys out. Third game, no excuse. So I don't know why, but I'm going to chalk it up to this is not the moment for us, but that moment is coming. So I'm going to say we got to continue to do what we're doing, continue to beat up on the rest of the good teams.
Detroit, the Knicks did not match their intensity.
I agree. They
didn't play with a sense of urgency.
Right. But the reason why I'm saying this is because from game to game, things can switch. To go from playing a really tough Detroit team, getting beat by 15 points, not matching their intensity, and then going against a Houston Rockets team that's very good and gives the Knicks problems the last couple years, Houston has given the Knicks problems, being down 18 and then outscoring them 33-15 in the fourth quarter, playing with intensity. Don't you feel a little bit better about the Knicks after that game?
Yeah.
All right. That's where I want you, Randu. That's where I want your mindset to be. The Detroit thing is yesterday. The Houston Rockets game was a positive. That's also yesterday now. But it's just kind of like it's one game after the next, man. We can't dwell too much on it. Don't focus too much on it. It is something they got to pay attention to, though. You got to know that Detroit is real and that we got to play them like they're real, or what's going to happen to us is the same thing we've already seen 3 times this year. So that's something to always keep in mind. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I got a funny feeling, man. We're going to be meeting them in the playoffs.
It's probably going to happen. I could see that happen. And if anything, we want that to happen.
I see Eastern Conference Finals, man. I see it coming.
I'm with you, brother. It's definitely going to be that moment. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see how it goes down. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, brother. Well, anyway, man, listen, did you have anything else you wanted to get off your chest, or was that it?
That's about pretty much it. We had another good win last night against Chicago. Close game, no, but we had a pretty good win.
I agree. Listen, the bottom
Shannon
line
played good yesterday.
Who? Oh, Cat.
Shamit.
Oh no, Shamit. Oh, I thought you were saying Cat. Shamit did play good. Yeah. How did you feel about Cat's game?
Cat had a good game yesterday.
Did you like how they used Cat in that game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you wish they used Cat that way in Detroit?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
I agree. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, there's some good things to take from these last couple wins. We just gotta, keep the positive vibes going, not dwell too much on the negative. Unfortunately, there's gonna be ups and downs. The season's not over, and there's still gonna be some moments where you're still like, damn, I don't know what happened this night. That's just how Knicks basketball is, man. Until they become one of those teams that you can pencil them in for a win almost every night, you're going to witness some stuff that you're like, I don't get it, but it is going to happen. So let's just hope they keep getting better, bro. Let's hope they keep getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Coach Brown keeps being flexible. We need him to try some things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, Randu, hey, you know how I give it up, brother. I appreciate the call. I thank you for all the support that you give still Knicks fans always, man. And thank you for being a part of the SKF Army.
Hey, man, anytime, man, anytime.
All right, bro. Have you tried to wear that hat, or did you give the hat to your son, a family member or anybody?
Oh, no, I'm keeping that for me.
I hear that, Playboy. Well,
I'm waiting for the spring to come to start wearing it.
I hear that. Enjoy it, my bro. That's a fly hat, man. Make me think twice about it. I should have got one of those for myself. Enjoy it, brother. All right, man. You take care. Have a great rest of your night.
You too, man.
All right, bro.
Salute.
Laters. Shout out to my guy Randu, man. Oh, let's get back to the chat, see what's happening. Where was I? Okay. Vassell went off. Rasul jumped in. Hey, Lotorious, we are. They is. Let's go. What up, Tori B? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, wait a minute. Am I tripping? No, I'm not tripping. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Go right back up. Hold on. Oh, yep. I knew I saw that. Okay, hold on one second. Let me pick up this call real quick. What's up, caller? You are live with SKF Weekly. Your name and where you calling from?
You know who it is?
My brother Jay Chosen in the building. What up, Jay?
Yeah, Jay Chosen from the tundra, called New York.
Yeah, it's frozen for
Man,
real,
it's
brother.
like 24 feet out here. I just made a tunnel. I tunneled my way to 7-Eleven to get something before. Yeah, I had to.
I know, bro. Dude, I had to go out earlier today because I was like, I didn't really prepare for this. Everybody be running crazy and like, I'm going to the supermarket. I was like, nah, I'm all right. Then today I was like, damn, Starbucks is closed. What I'm gonna do?
Yeah, there's a lot about you. I'm not
I was like, what I'm gonna do?
I had to make it. You tunneled your way to Starbucks. We got to talk. I had to get, but you know what? What I went to go get, I got to talk to myself about too. Anyway, so
I hear
anyhow.
you. Oh wait, hold on 1 second, Jay. Before you go, let me shout out this love from the fam. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to what's the names here. Okay, shout out to my guy once again, 713 Gamer. Let me get back to this. How do I find my thing here? There we go. Shout out to my guy. You know what it is. Yes, you is. He gifted another 5 memberships to the SKF Army. Shout out to y'all. Who we got this time around? We got that guy 22. You are a member of the SKF Army. Jay St. John is a member of the SKF Army. Word. You know what's funny? This is the second time Word has been gifted a membership. I don't even know who Word is. I've never seen Word in my life. Word. You know what I mean? And shout out to 2 people that I do know. Ron, man, the chosen one, is a member of the SKF Army. What up, Jay?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
Maxine, the super producer. Salute to you. Let's go.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So, and hold on. But wait, there's more. Shout out to Crim's dad for the generous super chat, my brother. He says 713 Houston out gifting New Yorkers. Hey. You know what it is. And we got, hold on. She gets a special one. Hold on. We also got a super chat from the one and only Miss Divine herself. L, damn it, in the building. That's the pew pew for the super chats for L. Appreciate you, L. Thank you so much. She says, smash that like button and share the live. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. And I apologize I don't even know how I can apologize because they can't see this. To my peoples over on X, you guys know my account was hacked. So it I can't stream to y'all until I fix that. And I don't have enough members yet to really get it popping on the new channel. So it's gonna work. It's gonna be a work in progress until we get right. But so it's only streaming on Facebook and on YouTube right now, and I'll figure out a way to add something else. Maybe I'll go back to streaming on Instagram in the meantime. But anyway, all right. Thank y'all, people. Yeah. All right, back to you, Jay. My bad, brother.
So no, that's all good. You gotta give props to props due for sure. And that super trash that people do that to other people.
Yeah, the hacking thing is nuts, man.
People, I've been hacked money. A friend of mine lost his home in a fire, then had to go through the whole rigmarole to get medical services and food for his family, and they hacked all that from him one time. So,
Sheesh.
You know what? And people, you're gonna get. It always comes back somehow. So do right by people. It is what it is. First of all, I want to say definitely to thank you very much to my man, the 713 Gamer.
Yes,
I appreciate you big time. And I also have to say thank you to Crim's dad. I know he's done that before.
Right. Yeah.
A while back for me. So Crim's dad always coming through. Though I don't see his name often anymore. Maybe I had said something saucy to him, and if I did, Crims, I apologize.
Nah, he was on vacation.
No, I'm saying I can't see necessarily, but I don't forget that you did that for me before. So I'm shouting out my man 713. That's big. That's big time dope doing what you're doing, and again, Crims, what you did before, I appreciate that too as well. All right, back to business and back to the thing. I want to talk about all the things I hate about No, I want to talk about the great things. This is what I think. All right, look, we had a great game last night, a great comeback the night before against two very good teams. I really believe that streak we went on was a major, despite Mike Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Brown's kind of lost. I've kind of lost me already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like you can't win or win that. Like the coaches have to be involved. I don't see his involvement. I'm not going to beat the dead horse over and over again how he lost me during that Draymond Green thing. But the fact is, I think that for a long while they were winning despite this man. However, I was talking the other night. I think it was probably I was talking with Uncle Freezy. I was talking Victoria, and we were talking about wanting to see, defensive teams come in and stay for long minutes. Like these 45-second and you're out of there, you don't even get warmed up by that minute. You might have ran up the court once and halfway back by the time you're coming out. Even Mike Breen was like, Uwara's in, and there he goes. Right?
right.
And so, like, he's got to stop doing that. Especially, I know, like, it's a breather. It is what it is. But I can't believe I'm doing this. I got to give him a little props for putting in. And I know we were shorthanded on the height because Mitch wasn't playing. But having Sohan and our little boxing Brooklyn boxer in there, who reminds me of a very good friend of mine who's no longer here, but was critical for that comeback. Was critical. They were especially the little guy, but Alvarado is showing that all you gotta do is put the energy in, and he's leading by example. And I like the pick of Sohan. I love his energy. I love his presser. His presser had about 7 polite curses in it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "You come down the road, bruv. I'm just gonna knock you out, bruv. It's okay, bruv." And I like that. I want to see that. I was just watching a little while ago an old Suns versus Knicks versus the Suns, Barkley versus Oakley. It was a fight fest. So look, what I realized from watching that is this game is totally different. It's a totally different game. So whatever I've been looking for, I can only get at 2K. I'm never going to get that type of basketball back. Now, saying that, we still have to have fight. We still have to have dog mentality. I keep wanting to see Cat as much as we say, oh, Cat's a step behind or Cat's doing that. The reason why he's having those hook fouls is maybe because he's a step behind. But if he gets there and he sets up, you playing a team, and you see once again what I've always said is that Brunson, who's a scoring guard, he's a short combo guard. If he was 3-4 inches taller, he would be a 2 guard who would score and dribble, handle the ball most of the time. But when he gets in there with Alvarado, when he gets in there with somebody who could control the rock and move around, things change. So I would like to see a lot more. I can't wait to see a lineup one day of Alvarado, Shamet, OG, Bruv, and Mitch on a defensive stoppage, maybe for like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? You're not going to get a whole bunch of scoring, but they're not going to score. And then when you bring back in that main core, we're gonna run amok on them. So this guy, he has to really step up, because when Deuce comes back, he has another person he's gonna have to work on these minutes. So instead of bashing Brown, I'm gonna try to start working on trying to pray for Brown and tell him, yo, listen, man, I hope to God that this man could delegate the minutes in the delegate the minutes correctly, because as we saw this last game, when delegated properly, we control the game.
Facts.
Period. Yep. So I love the Alvarado Shaman combination. I love that. I would love to see a lot of OG and Sohan together same time.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to. I do want to add one last thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to sit down with Mikhail. I don't know if Mikhail is feeling some sort of way, or he has something wrong with him. But you know what? I don't care how much money you're making. If the goal is to win a championship, then the best combination of players need to be on the court at the time they need to be on the court. I don't care how much money they make. They make $750,000 or $7.50. They need to be on the court. Period. So when you see Mike Brown, when you tunnel out of there to Starbucks and you meet him at Starbucks, you tell him that I said, put on the right combination of people at the right time. And we would all stand up and applaud him.
I'm with you, bro.
And last thing, once again, thank you again, 713. And thank you again, Crims and all of them for doing that. And Ron, as always, the most gentleman-like guy that we all want to be when we grow up. I appreciate you always, man. Big time.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for the call, man. And thank you, like I said in the past, thank you for just being you, man, and supporting the show and being there when I need you, rocking with me on Saturdays and going through the times, the tough times, and all the Knick talk, the ups and downs, yo. You be there for that. So I appreciate you, Jay.
Always, man. To call away, brother. Always. Always, man.
Appreciate you, man. You have a great rest of your night. Hopefully the Knicks keep up the winning ways going forward, bro.
Absolutely, man. Blessings to you and your lovely wife and everything. Stay safe, stay warm, and that's it.
I hear you, bro. Thank you, my guy.
And stay out the snow, man. Starbucks ain't worth it, man. Peace.
Later, bro.
Later, man.
Oh man. Jay Chosen. They don't make him like him. It's a good dude right there, though. Yeah, man. So where was I? I was talking about Mike Brown making adjustments and doing what he needs to do to help this team win games going forward. Like we need him to be able to say, hey, I was trying this ain't working. We using this lineup, this guy's not hot. Or these guys are continuing to score and taking these dudes lunch money. We got to switch something up. I need that Mike Brown. And he is that guy. I don't know what happened, why he's kind of strayed away from that, but what he's doing, hopefully he continues to do. Keep doing what makes sense. Giving Cat the ball in good situations to allow him to get busy and score is the way we need to be moving. You know what I mean? I also want to say, I don't think people are talking about it yet, maybe because it's still early. But if we keep seeing Jalen Brunson playing the way he's playing in these next couple games, someone's going to have to say, you know what, he has decided to take a back seat a little bit and not be as aggressive as he was before. Now, granted, I understand playing against Detroit, it might have been a little tougher for him to get shots because they were playing really good defense on him. But the bottom line is, if you look at the Detroit game, then you go into the Houston game, then you look at the Bulls game, he hasn't been like super aggressive, Brunson. He's definitely come to play, but he hasn't been what we've seen in the past. He has been looking like he's trying to get other guys involved, and he's taking a step back a little bit. I don't know if I'm bugging, But y'all, I think y'all see it too. But let's wait and see it. Get a couple more games under the belt and see if it stays true to form, and we'll see how it plays out going forward. It's definitely it's a work in progress. It's something he's gonna have to learn. If this is what he wants to do, he's got to keep going and keep at it. Shout out to the chat once again. Thank you guys for being here and supporting the show. Tony Crow is in the building. Mr. Nixon Bruises. He says, good show. Shout out to you, Tony. I hope you're doing well, my guy. I think I saw a notification that you was on earlier, but I was doing work until late. So I didn't even get a chance to turn it on and listen, my brother, but I'm sure it was fire as always. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Shout out to Geraldine McIver, the first lady of Still Knicks fans and the Knicks community. Let's go. What up, Geraldine? Says salute, Ron. Salute to the chat. Ron Mills is in the building. What up, Ron? Salute to you. He says salute, Ron. East Blue Drew is in the building. He hit us with a damn. Was that like a damn or was it like a Kevin Hart? Damn. Appreciate you, East Blue Drew. What up, brother? Shout out to you. Shout out to Dripmore, the preferred barber of Still Knicks fans in this community. What up, Drip? He said, you're Ron. What up? What's good, my brother? Salute to you, my guy. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's doing well. Hope the barbershop is doing well. You know what I mean? Shout out to Travel Vibes in the building. What up, Travel Vibes? Shout out to B. Willis in the building. What up, B. Willis? Good to see you. Said salute to Ron in the chat. Shout out to Vaughn Allen in the building. What up, Vaughn? He says Knicks net rating #1 over the last 15 games. That's a great stat, great number, and it's something to pay attention to, guys, because if they keep that up, they're going to keep flipping the stats and the conversations about the New York Knicks going forward for the rest of the second half and going into the playoffs. Right now, the last time I checked the NBA power rankings, Knicks are 4th. So something to keep in mind. 4th overall. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we'll see where it goes. Hopefully they can keep doing their thing, man. Randu says OG didn't look too good offensively last night, but he was very good defensively. Yeah, I agree. Nick Yak said OG looked good to me. He trusted his foot more than that's true. He definitely looked like he had a little bit more bounce last night than he did in that Detroit game. He was jumping like there was nails or like pins on the ground. He was it didn't look like he wanted to put any pressure on that foot at all. Oh man, bruv. Let me see. I didn't miss anybody, right? No, I think I got everybody. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Okay, so real quick before I get out of here, sorry for the abbreviated show. I started a little later than I wanted to, and I got other stuff to do before I get ready for tomorrow's work day. And the worst part is that my boots fell apart, so now I gotta freaking go to work in sneakers. It's terrible. Believe me. Let me tell you something. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, or I mean, and even if I bought boots, they ain't gonna be here in time. What am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Yeah, no good. Jumping like he had toenails. That's a fact. No, always, brother, always, man. Hey, appreciate that, Vaughn. Thank you, man. So next up on the list. First off, as you guys can see, Knicks are 37-21, third in the East. Next upcoming games are Tuesday, which is tomorrow, versus the Cavs. So that's going to be a good game, an important game. We got to see how we play. It's at Cleveland, so the Cleveland's going to get that home cooking. We're going to see what happens there. Then they got Friday versus the Milwaukee Bucks, and that's at Milwaukee. We'll see what that looks like. So the Cav game is one they got to step up for. The Bucks game is one that could be a trap game. It could be just like that Bulls game. Just because you think like they ain't got everybody and all that stuff, you'd be surprised what can happen when you play these teams. So they got to be very mindful of that Bucks game too. And then you got another tough game on Sunday versus the Spurs. At least that game is at the Garden, so that's good. At least the Knicks can have some home cooking. But golly, Ron Mill, how tall is you, brother? Size 18. Damn. Ooh, you trucking with the big dogs. You got to get them special customs just from the website. You can't go to the store and find your size all the time. They might have it once in a blue, but they don't usually have that in the store. Cam from the Kickback is in the building. Salute, Cam. Says salute, Ron. Salute, SKF. Fam, sorry so late, but as always, thanks for the content and dedication. Hopefully we can keep it rolling tomorrow versus Cavs. Let's go, Knicks. Facts, brother. I'm with you, man. And you listen, you're never late, man, because that's why we have the replay gang. You know what I mean? You always right on time, brother. And I appreciate you. Yeah, so we got to see what happens. Let me just check. Let me check what the record is. Cleveland Cavaliers are 36-22, right behind the Knicks, one game behind the Knicks. So it's a very important game tomorrow, y'all. And Milwaukee is 24-31. Like I said, that's definitely a trap game. So you got to be mindful of that. And then the San Antonio Spurs are 41-16. They are second in the West. And, that's going to be a tough one. So hopefully the Knicks can, kind of continue to give that same energy they had when they played the Spurs in the NBA Cup. We do have a player that should want to really get busy against his old team because, Sohan's going to be playing against his boys over there. Apparently him and it wasn't Harper. It was Castle. Him and Castle got a little wager going back and forth about when they play. So that should be interesting, man. We'll take all that energy. We need Sohan to be on 100 that night. So that'll be interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, you stomping with the big dogs. I see you, Ron Mills. You 6'5". That makes sense, brother. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. We here. Yes, absolutely. One size down from custom made boots. Wow. Crazy, bro. It's so weird how that works, right? You 6'5", I'm 6'4.5". You size 18, I'm size 12. It is what it is. Well, actually size 13. But it is what it is. I got a homie of mine that is 6'6" and wears a size 10 or 11. 10 or 11. I'm like, yo, you gonna tip over, brother. That don't make sense. It's crazy. One guy I know is 6'3" and he's a size 9. I'm like, what is this? This is wild. Shout out to Wiz BKLA in the building. Salute Ron, a.k.a. the Dancing Machine. I am even more confident this team has everything it takes to win a chip. It's just a matter of chemistry and Mike Brown making the right moves. I hear you, brother. I'm with you on that, man. Hopefully, listen, we'll hope for the best. Let's hope these Knicks keep going. The one thing I like about this Knicks team is that when they lock in, they lock in. The problem is sometimes, you don't know how long they're going to stay locked in, but they do lock in for a little while. And they've been playing good basketball outside. Well, let's just think about it like this. Outside of that Detroit game, they've been playing great basketball. I mean, even in the moments where they lost, outside of that Detroit game, they've been playing really good basketball, even in the losses. But the Detroit one was a little iffy. That was a little iffy. Okay, Jay Chosen, 5'9", 11, 12. Okay, I see you. Shout out to my brother, Allah Wise. Peace. He says, peace, Ron. Salute to you, my brother. One of them 718 boys. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Yeah, man. Well, I think that's it for me, guys. Yeah, that's the 10:30 mark, 10:31. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up now so I can, like I said, get right for tomorrow and going. Believe me, when you work home, there's nothing better than working home on a day, right? And you normally work from home, but then you find out it's a snow day for people, but you already home. Like, yes, you know what I mean? But now I got to go back in there. Got to go back in there and hit the streets. So it is what it is. Yeah, Allah. Yeah, listen, like I just told my guy Cam from the Kickback, you right on time, B replay gang. We here. Although it's not the same. You can't really chat in a replay, but you know what I mean? Like, you can watch. It is what it is. I appreciate you, my brother. This guy over here, call me Wiz BKLA South Beach for now. And you enjoy that, bro. I don't want to hear no more of you enjoying a warm, Florida, temperatures while I'm dealing with snow and stuff and poorly shoveled, sidewalks. I had to walk 1 foot in front of the other tonight. Oh, let me take this call real quick before I'm out of here. Caller, you are live. SKF Weekly. Your name, where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sure. What's up, Big Ron? This is Mike from LA, formerly of Queens, New York.
Hey, what up, Mike? What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. I just was with Objective Knicks with Karan, and I said the Ron and Karan show because I heard you over there the other day. I think it was
okay.
Sunday or Saturday or Sunday.
Oh yeah,
and that was good.
Yeah, because he was doing the 24-hour show, so I was with him from like 9 to 10:30 or something like that, or 9 to 11. I don't know. Yeah, man. What's going on,
I just wanted
Mike?
to throw something in the mix. Now, I did this on Objective Mix as well. I informed our Knicks fandom that sometimes our organizations can be a little arrogant there. Now, I don't know if you remember, you're probably too young, because I was a preteen, and the Knicks could have had Julius Erving, Dr. J.
You know what?
Dave DeBusschere told them to get this man. He is the ABA. And the Knicks turned around and said, oh, they want $6 million for the Nets coming into their territory, and they want the doctor. So the Nets said, okay. And they sold the doctor to Philly, and they paid the Knicks. And that's what happened to us and our future. We could have been where Philly was back then. That was us and more. But we decided to be arrogant and with our management.
You know what? I did not. I know that story, but I just recently heard that story about a year or two ago. Another person who is a little older than me was around and told me that. And I was like, what? I had no idea, bro. I can't even believe it.
Was the commissioner of the ABA. And, he was a Knicks legend.
Right.
And he told him when he came back as the president of the Knicks, he was like, look, get this guy. This guy is the future. They in their arrogance, wanted it all, and the Nets sold him to Philly.
That is nuts. I can't even believe that. That's real, bro.
This is where I segue into, do you know this draft is generational? We got like 7 to 8, maybe 9 deep guards that are 6'4", 6'5", and over can pass, dribble, shoot.
I heard. Yep.
Yeah.
I heard.
You got Slimmy. You got the Wagler. You got Phylon. You got, what's his name? Michael Brown. You got Acuff. You got, of course, Peterson. And you got guys further back. The Knicks need to move up, get 1 or 2 of these guys. You got Chris Sinak, who's a 7-footer who could pass, dribble, shoot. He's just like he's a miniature alien. Nobody's talking about him, but he's going to be something. You got Quintance, that's with Kentucky. He's injured, but you can see he can do it all. You just got to let him heal. Just like they did Michael Porter Jr. Mm-hmm. We passed over him. Look what he's doing. Who did we draft? Kevin Knox. I rest my case.
That's a tough one. Ooh, you digging that?
This is what the Knicks, they've got to start drafting guys that not only are better than role players, guys that can step in and have an effect on that quote. That's what we need. Because look, you're talking about Bridges. Now, I remember Bridges didn't want to go against Knox one-on-one when they were being drafted. Bridges went to Phoenix. Okay, Bridges was always drafted as a 3-and-D. Why do the Knicks put square pegs in round holes? Why is he on the Knicks playing point guard? Please tell me. I mean, not point guard. He's playing a shooting guard. Since when was Bridges ever a shooting guard?
That's a good point, bro. That is a good point.
And they blame Cat for everything, not seeing that a lot of times Bridges disappears. And maybe it's because, my man Brunson, I like him, but these guys play with you in college. They know your tendencies. They try to cover for you out there. You got your father on the bench. Beautiful. Now all of this is coming together. The Knicks have been forged in fire. Everybody talk about, Detroit. They're talking about the Rockets. I thank Detroit. I thank the Rockets, because if it wasn't for them playing those quality teams, the Knicks wouldn't be as good as they are now. What's going on is when you become a champion, that means you take everybody's best and you stand tall at the end. You are the champion of everybody, the whole league.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, I don't want to play this one because, they might beat me. I'm scared to play that one. I hope this team knocks them out. I hope these Knicks fans that sound like that, stop it. I want the smoke and the fire from every top team. When you have a champion and you can look back on that and say, our team beat everybody. No excuses.
That's fair.
That's a champion. I hear these guys talking about, oh, well, Boston's coming back now. So what? You just played two of the top teams. You got beat down by Detroit, who is inspired by you beating them down last year. So now, okay, little brother said, well, damn, I got to get a little bit better to beat big brother. Now, big brother got to use his mind and say, well, little brother might have some skills. So now I got to think the game better than him. I can beat him. He doesn't know this level yet. And that's what the Knicks have to use against any team. Knicks got the team. They just have to use what they have. Brunson, use your weapons, baby. Don't try to do it all. As you see, when Brunson get off that ball, the Knicks could beat anybody. When Brunson stay on that ball, we got a hard game. Invite Cat to the game. You know, and I wanted to ask you, did you see what Ant-Man said to Brunson at the All-Star game? He said, stop fooling around with my man Cat.
No, I didn't see it.
And Cat and Brunson said, you mean Carl? And then then Ant-Man said, see, that's what I'm saying. And he was smiling and he walked away. But that meant something. I'm like, why are you calling him Carl? He earned Cat. That's why you knew it was something going on in there. And it's a power play. Look, Kobe, Shaq, everybody got power plays on their team, man. Unfortunately, you know, my man Cat is outnumbered. You came into a new situation. You got 3 or 4 other guys that's Team Brunson. So now you got to go through that. Everybody went through the fire. Now we understand and respect each other. Let's get it done. The Knicks can do it. They just got a team's going to win. And I like what Magic said. Magic will tell you. Magic Johnson said, I don't believe everything about Magic, but I'm saying Magic said one important thing: passing that ball wins championships.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, look, Jordan learned it. Jordan said, hey, I got to bring the team along. I can't beat these guys by myself.
That's it.
Jordan
that's
bought
a fact.
into the team. He bought into a team. What did Chicago do? They wiped the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for that situation, unfortunate with his dad, they might have outdid what the Celtics did with 9 in a row.
Yep. And not only did Jordan do that, but once they realized that Jordan was willing to pass the ball and get other people involved, that's when they went out and got one of the best facilitators and / scorers they could get in Tony Kukoc.
Yeah, Kukoc, and they had Ron Harbaugh. I remember Ron.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
remember the shooters. Look at the coach of Golden State, Steve Kerr. He came afterwards. They had some shooters before him.
I remember all of them dudes. B.J. Armstrong, Judd Bushler. It's unfortunate. Yeah. I remember everybody.
Judd Bushler was he's a glue guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also made a point. You said they talk about not Tibbs, but I'm gonna say it. Mike Brown is being crucified, but we don't understand. I believe Mike inherited this team. He knew what he was getting into, but these fans, we have to realize, look, you're holding him to the highest accord. Not only is he carrying the heaviest jersey in the league, New York Knicks is the heaviest jersey. Not only is he carrying that, he is expected win or bust. When did we hold Tibbs to that accord? And every time we tried to hold him to something, Tibbs evaded and Tibbs never made adjustments. Tibbs stood on his ground or whatever. It's on either his way or the highway. And he alienated a lot of players.
That's facts.
But the ones that was in his core group, what he playing 48 minutes? And the guys that he didn't play, Tibbs didn't talk to them. I heard that. I read it. How the hell do you have a team you don't even talk to the guys? And then you got these people calling up shows, revering Tibbs, talking about, oh, well, Tibbs did this. And when Mike Brown wins, oh, that's what Tibbs would have did. When Mike Brown loses, oh, Mike Brown is not the coach Tibbs is. I said, Mike Brown. Tibbs couldn't hold Mike Brown's what? We all know what that is. Mike been there and done that. Tibbs has been there. I'm not trying to hate on him, but the truth is I loved when he was gone because Tibbs was too stringent. He was not changing, and he was only playing a few guys. You see what Mike do? He try. I mean, they may call him a mad scientist, but when Mike come up with that formula, the NBA better watch out. And we got a team that can win the championship now, but we got to keep building toward the future. We can't get stagnant and say, well, we have arrived and be arrogant and you got guys coming in the NBA, generationals that could change it, and you're not going to try to move up in the draft to get a couple of them? I don't like to keep jumping on it, but also, do you know the Knicks had a chance of getting, there was a guard at Buffalo Braves. I go way back because I was a kid. I was researching it. And Randy Smith used to kill Clyde. What's his name? Nate Archibald. Nate was in our he was in our backyard. We went and drafted him because we had Clyde Monroe. Calvin Murphy. Kevin Porter was another Kevin Porter point guard back then. Killed us.
I
couldn't
mean,
shoot,
but
killed us.
All right, the Calvin Murphy, okay, fine. But I mean, the Nate Archibald, I mean, Clyde was cooking, man. Clyde was that, he was that dude.
Clyde was top notch, but we could have used a Nate. We could have used Nate over Dean Miminger.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on. Look. Nate, at one time, Nate was killing. Everyone said, a short guard can't do it. Well, Nate was the man that proved them wrong.
Right.
Nate was leading the league in steals.
Yeah, he was cooking.
And
Nate was a
assists,
beast. Nate Archibald was dope.
And in score. Kansas City Kings. Look at that. Before Bob Lanier stepped on his Achilles, and then when he came back, Bob Lanier stepped on his Achilles again, sent him out another time. That's what happened to Nate. But before he got his Achilles destroyed by a 7-footer with a size 20, before he got his Achilles, they couldn't touch Nate Archibald. And he was in our backyard. I hate when cats is in our backyard. At least look at him.
I mean,
look at Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, our ex-coach, told us, hey, look at our guy. Who did we draft? Frank. What? Frank. To be arrogant, Phil Jackson wanted to prove he could do that triangle with anybody. But he forgot. He had the best players at that time. You had Michael.
You know what Phil did? I think Phil Jackson stole Jim Dolan's money. I think he just took the job.
Yes,
he took the job. He didn't get himself really prepared to be in that position. He's a coach. He knows how to coach. But as far as a front office manager of basketball operations, head of that, he really didn't do the due diligence. He didn't do enough. He didn't bring in anybody else to help him run the show. And I'm saying this for a reason, because Leon Rose may not know everything because he was an agent, a superstar agent. But what he did, he brought in competent people at every aspect of the business.
That's right. What he didn't know, he brought in those who didn't know.
If Phil would have did that, Phil still probably would have been here. But Phil didn't do that. And this is how I tell you that Phil took James Dolan's money. Phil came in, took the money, didn't really do due diligence. All he did was use some Jedi mind trick with the New York Post to talk to his people, to tell them, hey, listen, I got a problem with this guy. I want to light a fire in this guy, and put little stories in the Post to go public so that he can try to do something. And then here's another thing that he did. This is why I tell you he stole money. What did he do in that draft? You know what? I didn't really know too much about this guy.
And then he was sleeping when they were scrimmaging and practicing.
So he took the Frenchman he didn't really know too much about, but he's like, oh yeah, you're my guy. You say he's the guy, I'm gonna take him. Another person he took, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't really like the fact that he's a tall guy. I worry about tall bigs, but you know what? My guy says he's good, so I took him. He ain't do no due diligence. He didn't put no time into these drafts. That's why we wanted. Now I'm not saying Porzingis was bad. He was a good pick, but I'm just saying he didn't do the due diligence nowhere, and that's why it turned out the way it did.
Hey, none of the Knicks management until recent with Rose, because at least these guys put the work in. Come on, when we got R.J. Barrett, they drafted the board. You know how many players came after R.J.? Much better than R.J., but R.J. was number 3 on the board. We took R.J. He tried, but R.J. was a left-handed, one gunslinger, a legend. That's it. Look at him now. They get ready to trade him now with the Raptors. They can't wait to get rid of R.J.
Yeah.
But RJ give you one or two things, that's it. And I'm getting back to Mitch. We got Mitch in the Kevin Knox draft. Mitch have not really got better. Mitch got skills, he won't use them. Maybe he got that Ben Simmons syndrome. But Mitch, every summer, he's shooting threes. He going to the hole. He dribbling. We get in the league, Mitch act like he can't do none of that. I'll be like, oh, come on, Mitch. And then sometimes Mitch might do 1 or 2 moves, and that lasts the whole year. Everybody talk, well, did you see that move Mitch did 3 or 4 games ago? I said he scored 2 points, y'all.
Man.
They don't even talk about Hawk Porter. Do you know Hawk Porter about 2-3 games ago, he shot 2 threes. He hit one of them, and it looked good. I said, damn, I've never seen Huck Porty shoot a two-pointer. I mean, a mid-ranger. Never a three. This guy can shoot threes. Jameson can shoot threes. I guarantee you, you let them guys cook a little bit and let Sohan get in there and really get some minutes and bring Diawara back. See, we might have to take Bridges' minutes and let him come off the bench and let these guys cook with Shaman a little bit. Because Bridges got to learn when he's out there, you can't be disappearing. You got to go to the hole, get a foul. Let's just go driving and always a fadeaway stuff. I said, damn, didn't he want to go to the basket? But he one leg fadeaway. You can guarantee he's going to shoot that.
Well, you know, I think first off, it's something, right? That to know that, you know, Huck Porty is not a 3-point shooter. The Knicks,
and he knocks down 2 threes.
The Knicks decided to work with him on the 3 this past offseason because they wanted him to. He had one offseason. They're already letting him shoot 3s. Mitch been working on 3s for like 6 seasons.
And Mitch can't, and he's doing better on foul shots. Believe me, I don't like it, but at least
I honestly think, you know, it sounds funny. I think Mitch might shoot a 3 better than a foul shot because I think it's longer.
It looked good in the video.
I think because he's got big arms, he don't really know his touch. I think the distance would help him possibly make a shot easier than shooting a free throw. But I don't know. That's my theory.
You know what shoot me up about Mitch when we first got him? Anthony Davis played one-on-one against Mitch. And he said, Mitch got it. Mitch is good. And I said, well, I see what he's doing in the video. I said, why don't, in that first 2 years, I said, why he can't never do it in the game? And then I was looking at Ben Simmons. I said, oh, man, maybe he got Ben Simmons syndrome. Because, you know, Ben Simmons can hit 3. You know, he can shoot in practice maybe or on videos in the summer. But during the season, he never take a shot like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's some type of mental illness that goes with those guys. But I'm not paying Mitch all this money. They talk about keep Mitchie don't snitchy and all that craziness. I said, well, guess what? We need to let Mitchie go somewhere and bring along these guys we got. Draft Sinat, who is a power forward center. Cola Pete, who is a power forward. We need guys to come behind OG, come behind Cat, come behind Brunson. Because if you don't do that, before you look around, you're going to have an old team like Golden State got. Their elder statesmen, you know, they still out there, and they hold back. To me, they hold back some of the young crop that they had. That's their conflict.
Yeah.
You know, we need to bring ours along, grow our team, keep growing our team. For the first time in history, the Knicks will have a team that they can keep growing, but we got to choose the right direction. And can I say this thing here about one more thing? No, Giannis. I won't trade my assets for this guy. Do you know Giannis reminds me of McDice? We had Hilario at 19 years old. We drafted him. We traded him to the Denver Nuggets for McDice. McDice did never play one regular season game for us. He went down in the preseason. Then he went to San Antonio and won a couple of championships coming off the bench and looked good. But I'm saying, Giannis have carried Milwaukee over 10 years. He given all he can give. He really, you know, he say like it there, but Giannis was trying to do the last thing about this trade before the trade deadline. Giannis was boosting his sneakers and his brand and all that stuff. He know what he was doing.
Yep.
But Giannis should give our assets up. They could talk about Cat all day long. If you use Cat, let him know he's welcome. Cat will work for you. At least he's out there. But where's Giannis now? He had 4 calf strains in the span of a year and a half. You know, that's an Achilles waiting to happen to me. You get Giannis and he get an Achilles, he's going to be out a year and a half. Then he come back. What if he get the other Achilles? Because he had calf strains on both calves. 4 calf strains, year and a half. You're going to invest all you got in a guy like that? He may look good for a couple of games, but Achilles incident is Achilles. Anyway, and once he go down, look at my man for Boston. He's still trying to come back.
Yeah.
Look at Time Lord. I mean, not Time Lord. Game Time. He shot 3-pointers in the All-Star game, but he's trying to come back.
True. I mean, look, I appreciate the call, Mike. I want to thank you, man, for the time. You said it. You got a lot of heat. You said a lot of stuff, man. I appreciate it.
Before you go, I just want you and Karan to get on board. I know you're on board. I've heard you guys, and I know you're bored because you don't want to destroy everybody.
No, I don't.
And I know it's a blessing.
No, I
but
don't.
The thing is, we got to keep this team online because if you let the Knicks go offline, they're gonna do this. You understand? They're gonna be all in for one championship, then we be crap for the next 20 years.
Well, the difference is
get the generational guys. Get them.
I get it, but so the difference is Karan feels like Giannis is a guy you got to get him right, and my thing is I'm with getting Giannis if the Knicks don't do like if the Knicks make it to the NBA
if they don't
finals,
gut the team,
right? No, not even that. If the Knicks make it to the NBA finals this year, I don't want to see no Giannis here. No, I'm good. If the Knicks get knocked out in the first or second round, we might have to talk.
You might look at them, but
we might have to talk.
I don't want us to sway there too quick because now you got guys coming up. We can, for the first time in our history, build something strong through the draft. Look at the Spurs. Look at OKC. They're going to be the perennial team. The NBA wants to make Wemby the face. They want to give it to him. And they got nothing but for the draft. And before we go, or you kick me out or whatever, because I know I've been running my mouth.
Yeah, man. You got the blessing,
Spurs,
bro. I was out of here.
No. The Spurs, didn't the Spurs, to my knowledge, your knowledge, tank to get Wemby?
Yeah. Of course
they
did.
Tanked, number one.
Yeah.
Do you know when the Knicks even look like they tanked, the NBA's talking about sanctioning them?
Yeah, but
all the time they were on us. Everybody else in their mother, Philadelphia tanked.
Listen.
Now, wait now. It's suspect how they got Wemby because Wemby was working out with Parker. He was working out with the French, team for the Olympics, and Parker was on there, and all of the Spurs administration and coaches was around him, and all of a sudden he goes to the Spurs. Then you turn around,
we know
and
what's
Dallas
going on.
tanks. Dallas tanks. Dallas don't even tank. Dallas made the playoffs last year.
Mike, listen to me, brother. Wait.
Now, before I go, how did they get Cooper Flag? Can somebody explain that to me?
You preaching to the choir, bro, but you got to understand, nobody ain't doing nothing for the Knicks. First off, the Knicks don't do anything.
I know, because once the Knicks start winning, they take other teams' fans.
But the Knicks don't even do anything for themselves, brother. They don't even know how to tank. 2 years in a row, they had a chance to tank.
Right.
1 year, they had a chance to get the number one pick if they just tanked right. And what did they do? They won the last 4 games of the season. Who does that?
Always fall into this. We gotta win.
Who
Even
does
King,
that?
come on, we gotta win. Even that guard that used to be the guard for the Lakers, who was our coach under Phil Jackson. We gotta win. The Knicks fall. They get duped. Did you look at San Antonio? They didn't give a damn what the NBA said. None of the teams that's tanking give a damn.
None of them do, but the Knicks.
Washington don't want to give us their pick, and they tanking. But if Washington fall outside the number 8, boy, we got a number 9 pick, and I hope they do. Keep doing what you're doing, Washington.
Hey.
Maybe the NBA can hear us, and the NBA can do something for us, because since 1985, not a number 1, and most of the teams been having number 1, at least 4 or 5 number 1s. We haven't had a number 1 since Ewing. Come on.
Mike, listen, if the Knicks want to try to do something, they're going to have to trade up in the draft. They're going to have to trade somebody.
Yes.
They're going to have to trade somebody and one of them picks in the draft. And maybe they will do something like that. Maybe Knicks fans may not be happy to hear something like that. I'm talking about they may have to figure out a way to finagle something to trade Deuce or something like that before his contract is up so that you can kind of move him because the Knicks are not paying everybody. Something's gonna give, okay?
They can't.
You know what? Something's gonna give. I'm gonna tell you right now. I hope this never happens, guys. But I'm gonna tell you something. This sounds funny, but it threw me for a loop. I know this is the last thing I'm gonna say, Mike. I appreciate the call. Let me say goodbye to Mike first to let him go. Mike, hey, thank you, man, once again for the call. Like I said, you said some fire stuff. I wouldn't cut you off if it wasn't for the fact that I got to get out of here. But I appreciate you.
I know,
brother.
and I cannot max brunch. Please.
Listen. We're going to talk about that later, but, we'll see what happens in the future. All right, brother.
I know that's your guy.
Nah, but I mean, $418 million is a lot of money, man. I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to say. He ain't the guy for that.
Let's not get caught into that. We'll talk about it another time, though. Hey, man, I appreciate the call, my brother.
All right.
Thank you, my guy.
Get those likes up.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, my guy. Have a great night.
All right, you too.
All right, bro. So what I was saying is, what I noticed that happened, it was crazy, y'all. You know, I play 2K in my free time, and I'll only play it this year because this year is a shooter's game. Although they cheating and doing all bunch of stuff, so everybody's getting mad at the game. Of course, the one year I come back to play the game when I actually can shoot the ball, this is what happens. Anyway, bottom line is, with one of my players, I got a couple, but one of my players, I ran through the season, I won the championship, MVP. You know how we do. You know. So I went through the one season, I won the championship, I got the MVP. Fine, whatever. I played another season, I went through the season, I won the championship, I got the MVP. I'm in my third season right now. I played my first game of the season. I went out there. They jumped the ball. I got the ball. I looked at my teammates. The Knicks look crazy, bro. The Knicks look crazy. Cat was there. OG was there. Mikal Bridges was there. And then I was playing with Trey Henderson and some other dude. And then they took out the starters, left me in. The bench came in. It was all these crazy names, yo, like Kevin Herter. And I was like, yo, they got rid of everybody. So I say that for a reason, because who wasn't there? Deuce McBride wasn't there. Contract dude. Mitchell Robinson wasn't there. Contract dude. Josh Hart wasn't there. He's not a contract dude yet, but he's making $20 million. So just keep in mind, y'all, sometimes, you know, it's a video game, but you can kind of see where the cookie crumbles, man, where the money is like, hey, I don't know about this. So I hope it don't reign true. Or if it does reign true, I hope we win the championship before all that happens. But the bottom line is, I just found that interesting. I was like, where are my dudes? I was like, I tried to throw an alley-oop to Mitch and some big dude. I was like, who is this guy? I don't even know him. And then I got some fake 2K player too. I was like, who is these dudes? It's crazy. Anyway. So yeah, Ron Mills says on 2K, Deuce is the best shooter. Okay, I hear that, Playboy. So anyway, man, I want to say thank y'all to everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Thanks for supporting the show. Shout out to my callers that called in, but I appreciate you guys, and thank you to everybody with the super chats and the gift memberships, man. Y'all know who you are, man. Shout out to all y'all, Crim's dad, L 713 game. Appreciate you guys. And don't forget to smash that like button, y'all. If you haven't already done so, smash the like button for the algorithm. The tube is watching, yo. They watching. So please smash the like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and just checking us out. We're on the road to 10K. Shout out to Raymond Bentley in the building. He just joined, and he just saw the show and popped in. Appreciate you. It said first time here. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you for being here, man. Hopefully you like the content, and we'll continue to come around, man. Appreciate you. And I know you just popped in, so if you missed the beginning of the show, replay gang, man, look at it from the beginning so you catch up on whatever you missed. So thank you guys once again. Hey, you guys know how we do, man. Giving it up, for all the love and support you guys give to Still Knick fans. I can't tell you how thankful I am. And John agrees with me, man. You guys are the best, man. So, as I always say, guys, don't forget, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knick fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Mondays at 9 p.m.-ish, sometimes I run a little late, for SKF Weekly when we do a recap of the week's games and everything going on with the Knicks, or on Saturdays for the #1 Saturday show in the Knicks community. Shout out to the Know the Ledge people. Y'all know who you are when I help talk y'all off the ledge and we have our panel discussions. It gets crazy. It's been fantastic. Shout out to all y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for the love and support, man. Yeah, man, I can't say enough about it, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for continuing to support and show love. And don't forget what I always say, man, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, no matter what happens, the wins, the losses, we are still Knick fans, y'all. Don't let it escape your grasp, man. We here, man. We gonna be here. So, continue to support. And you know what I always say, be good out there. If you can't be good at it. Anyway, I'll check y'all out. I'll catch you on the next one. I may decide to do something during the week because I thought I was going to be a little busier this week. So I might do a state of the game this week. So stay tuned. Maybe on a Thursday or something like that, or Friday. Maybe Thursday. We'll see. And then stay tuned for Know the Ledge on Saturday, 11:30 as usual. But I want to say thank you once again to y'all. Have a great rest of your night. I'll catch you on the next one. Let's go Knicks. Let's win this game tomorrow versus the Cavaliers. That's a big game, man. They're one game behind us in the standings. So let's put some pressure on them and keep it going. Keep this win streak going. Let's go. We out of here. Peace, y'all. Latest.
New York Knicks. First. Go Knicks.
We can finally, start playing, man. So much talk this whole summer. It's felt like so long because we've had so much to talk about. At times it's been kind of slow, but we've been talking, right? But we've actually had a really good off season for this New York Knicks team, and it's been very active. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, Knicks family, we in the building. I am the Objective Fan from the Objective Knicks Fan channel. And I'm going to give a big salute to Ron and John from Still Knicks Fans.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Knicks family, I'm Stephanie, a.k.a. Blood, Sweat, Soul Sports. We are still Knicks.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Lady and the Chef, from Two Knicks Chicks Podcast. Still a Knicks fan.
What's good, party people in the place to be? It's your main man.
What's up, everybody? This is Steve Lodge 21 at Two Knicks Chicks Podcast, and I'm still a Knicks fan.
Yo, this is your boy Sim from Nothing But Knicks. Through all the struggles, through all the heartache and pain, ladies and gentlemen, I am still a Knicks fan.
Peace, y'all. This is Apollo Reed from the Garden Knicks crew. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm still a Knicks fan.
I'm still here. We're still here. Still Knicks fans. It's a fandom. It's a lifestyle.